Yo, what's up? It's your boy, Devin Styles, aka Nerd Boy, aka Dark Skin Pretty Boy, aka Luke Ribcage, aka Stilo Dev, aka The Shining Black Prince, aka Devin Zoolander, coming all the way live from my domicile. And the reason why I'm here today is because I want to talk to you about a subject that has now become really important to me. You are not special. What? What are you talking about, Dev? That's right, I said it. You, my friend, are not special. And it's okay. Where did I get that title from? Where am I pulling this topic from? What the hell am I talking about in this episode? Well, let's get right into it. The other day, I was reading through this self-help book called The Subtle Art of Not Giving a by Mark Manson. I might say the curse word later, but I just felt like it wasn't necessary to say it in the title. And I was reading through chapter 3, and chapter 3 is entitled, You Are Not Special. And the reason why that chapter spoke to me is because it made me think about how hard we all try to be special, how hard we all try to be exceptional, when in reality, most of us will fall short of the glory of exceptionalism, and that's okay. And I was reminded of that when I was thinking of Boy Meets World. There was an episode called You're Not Better Than the Average Corey, where this art prodigy is on the show and she's doing all these art exhibits and she's getting all this critical acclaim and she's only 14 years old. Corey, on the other hand, he represents the everyman, the average teenage boy, nothing special about him, gets average grades, he's average looking. There's nothing spectacular about Corey. Yet he's with Topanga, who is, like, dare I say, perfect. And I love Topanga. Like, Topanga Lawrence, you can still get it, all right? Danielle Official, I don't care if you're married, you can still get it. Like, holla at me, Topanga. I even named my whip Topanga. Anyway, he's married to her, and he spends a whole episode talking about how he feels inadequate because he's average. Then he goes at his father and he says, you know what, you raised me to be average, and I have a problem with that because I want to be better than you. And that started this whole thing on the show, and it's a really compelling episode. They really picked up the writing in the later seasons of Boy Meets World. I believe it's season 5. Go check it out. And that just made me think about this whole concept of exceptionalism and the undying quest to be better than everyone. When in reality, we should just try to be the best person that we can be and not compare ourselves to other people because, as President Theodore Roosevelt said, comparison is the thief of joy. And I don't know about you, but I don't want to let anybody take my joy away from looking at their accomplishments and their highlight tape that they're putting up on social media and saying, oh, well, I must not be doing enough. Or thinking, oh, I must be better than that person. And one of many things that this chapter talks about is how entitlement says that I'm either on top of the world or the world is on top of me. And when you're so driven by that quest to be exceptional, it's a form of entitlement that says, I need to be better than this person. Otherwise, my life is worthless. It's kind of like when coaches in football say Super Bowl or bust, all or nothing. And why do we do this? Why do we not allow for people to exist within the middle of the binary? We gotta remember that success is all relative and it's a spectrum. And we don't need to be in here just preaching that every single person needs to try to be exceptional. Because the reality is that most of us won't because we're not willing to put the work in. And that's okay. Because there's nothing wrong with being average. But what we do is we conflate being average with failure. And that's a major problem. I'll give you an example. So I was in grad school and I struggled in grad school. Going from an HBCU at Cheney University, the oldest HBCU in the United States of America. And I went from there to a predominantly white institution at the University of Pittsburgh for grad school. And I wasn't taking advantage of business hours. I wasn't really in study groups. And I didn't have the best study habits when I was on my own. And that led to me getting several C's. Now in grad school, C's are a big no-no because the coursework is more rigorous and they expect higher performance. And I understand that. So I had a whole lot of challenges in grad school. I did graduate in 2012, but it definitely was an uphill battle. But I'm here to say that while I kind of felt like shit because I wasn't getting A's and B's like my classmates, I have to remember that it's okay to be average sometimes. Like, I know what it's like to take a really hard math class and to only get a C on a test and to pass the class with a C. And I tried my hardest, but I just couldn't get it like the other students could. But I got my C. What's wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with that. And we also have to understand that people that are exceptional, they're not exceptional just because they believe they're exceptional. They're exceptional because they're obsessed with improvement. So what we have to all understand is that even the people like the LeBron Jameses or the Kamala Harrises or whoever you want to name, yes, we see that they're exceptional, but they're exceptional because they recognize that they actually are not exceptional and they're obsessed with improving. And we have to really remember that in order to be exceptional at something, then something else has to fall off by the wayside. You don't just get to be LeBron James, this exceptional individual, and you perform well in all other areas of life. I'm sure that LeBron is a great father, and I'm sure that LeBron is a great husband, but I'm also sure that there were probably times when his career compromised to a degree his ability to perform as both a husband and a father. And that's okay, because most successful people, they have other things about them that just aren't as exceptional as the thing that they do exceptionally well. And we just really have to remember that. Going back to the whole idea of comparison being the thief of joy, we really need to understand that social media and the media in general are hell-bent on pushing forth narratives that say, let's look at these exceptional individuals right here. Isn't that great? Or let's look at these shitty individuals right here. Isn't that terrible? And we're made to look at these things and say, hey, either I'm shit or I ain't shit. And that's a terrible way to look at stuff because most of us fall somewhere in between. And it's okay to fall in between. It's okay to not be drop dead gorgeous. It's okay to not have the very best wardrobe. It's okay to not have the Birkin bag, my sister, even though when I get this money from vlogging, I'm going to definitely buy you that Birkin bag. And I just hope that you tell all your friends, you know, like Mace said, total it all up, put it on my tab, then tell your friends all the fun you had. Something you can have 4 years. And then Total would be like, 4 years. Sorry, I just had to go back to the 90s real quick. We really got to stop letting social media, FOMO, the fear of missing out, just control the way that we feel about ourselves, because success is all relative and we need to set goals for ourselves that are realistic and that aren't focused on external validation. We need to look more for internal validation and to be internally motivated. So that's all I got for today. Just know that you are exceptionally you. So just strive to be the most exceptional version of yourself and you will be successful. This has been another vlog with your boy, Devin Styles, aka Nerd Boy, aka Dark Skin Pretty Boy, aka Luke Ribcage, aka Stilo Dev, aka Devin Zoolander. Alright, peace.